ちを見てとっさに私だけ取り押さえたわね。あなたの実力なら二人同時に封じるくらいできたはずよ。そんなこと。さすがにあれは悪意がありましたわね。正直意外でしたわ。そんな。どうやら無意識ではあったようだけど。
All right, I'll Become a Villainess, episode 8. There's one thing I cannot stop thinking about when it comes to this show. And really what that is last week I engaged with some of you guys in the comments. Thank you. You know who you guys are. I engaged with some of you guys in the comments, and we talked about the 2-year time skip and what kind of like lazy writing telling that is. Now, at the end of the day, I don't want to call anybody who got a serialization, potentially got that put into a web novel, or web novel into a light novel into a manga into an anime. Hey, that person had a ton of success and they're going to write something way better than any of us dopes can, right? I know I probably can't go out there and write some serialization to get into a web novel or some fan site that gets moved into another thing and gets, it's not going to happen for me. I'm also not trying. But I think we can still call out, you know, as critics when we see something that is a little fishy and a little lazy. And the 2-year time skip really did feel lazy because you're telling me in those 24 months, nothing happened. Nothing happened with Liz, the heroine. Basically, time just stopped waiting for this girl, which is Alicia, to go in, and she just simply was just in a room, like, you know, like that for two years, basically, where she had like no existence, no presence, no training, no nothing. She just disappeared and suddenly she's level 91. Now, maybe they take us through the backstory, and maybe the manga, the light novel, the web novel, wherever this stems from, maybe they had a lot more color, that they provide a lot more context. Maybe they went into details, but for the anime's sake, they didn't do anything. Everything just stopped, halted, and now we're 2 years forward. And I just couldn't stop thinking of that. I'm going to leave that as it may. Let me know your guys' thoughts on those thoughts in the comments below on the 2-year time skip. Was it lazy? Was it just anime convenience? Was it like there was just not enough goodness that happened in those 2 years? Spoil it for me a little bit. I don't think any of us would mind being spoiled about those 2 years in the comments, if you guys could, for those who are familiar with Source. Now, just with this episode, one interesting fact was the end of the episode with Prince Duke. And I'm really wondering what happened to Alicia here. Is it one of those things that, you know, because she's in a 𝐜𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭 game, you know, because she's technically, you know, the game's villainess, that like the world or the world system or something is interacting with how what she says and stuff? Or was it just truly just a personality thing of just her reactionary? And, you know, sometimes we just say shit out of our mouth, but we don't actually mean it. But we're just vindictive, we're vicious, we're a certain way. But in your head, you're like, fuck, it's not what I wanted to say. But there's no backseas once it leaves your lips, right? So was it one of those moments, or was it like the world's system or God or whomever, that thing that keeps following around Prince Duke, right? That little pink hair girl spirit, whatever. Is it something that kind of like interacted and messed her up? Like she wasn't able to convey what she actually wanted to say. I don't know. I'll leave that thoughts to A, the anime to tell us, and B, to you. But I thought that was a really interesting 𝐒𝐿𝐴, you know, little interesting fact. The other thing I really enjoyed about the episode was figuring out what the hell happened to her eye. Because the whole entire time I'm looking at the OP, and you know, she's in Prince Duke's arm and she's got an eye patch. Like, what the hell? Like, did we enter some kind of war or something? Like, what happened to homegirl? And it finally got answered this episode that no, in fact, she decided to give her eye to the grandpa in the Renoa village. And although I do see that as very saintly and very giving, and I definitely understand the why behind it, one of the things I thought was like, hey, you're level 91. You're telling me there's not some kind of dark, ancient healing magic that you can do that can restore a limb or a part or something? Like, you're almost level 190. There's no book that can restore. Like, if you get your finger chopped off, you can't go ula bula ala kazam and, you know, Expelliarmus and get your pinky back. Like, there's no spell, or at least there's no inkling of at some point there will be a spell. No, the only spell you can find is to give up a limb, to give up your eye. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. So hey, if you're gonna have writing for convenience, you know, 2-year time skip and nothing happens, at least have her discover some kind of ancient healing magic, which is what I thought she was discovering. I was like, oh, she's about to heal homeboy's eyes. She's about to give him his vision back, grow his eyes back or whatever. No, she gave him his eyes. Like, ugh. I didn't like that at all. So now she's eyepatch 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐽 girl. And yeah, I'll tell you right now, I'm selfish as fuck. If there's some kind of medical reason that, you know, gets my eye and I lose an eyeball, okay, so be it, is what it is. But choosing to lose an eyeball, fuck that. I don't care how much I love you. Like, nah, ain't happening. Maybe for my kid, but that's like your child. I think that's a different thing. But for, you know, for a rando dude, you know, for a rando guy, ain't happening. So anyways, overall, I thought this episode it was pretty good, but definitely a thinker. You know, definitely a thinker with some of the things that happened. So overall, I would put this about a 7 out of 10. I like that she pissed off Prince Duke. I like that he got mad on her behalf. I like that she turned into a sexy, you know, sexy girl, sexy 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐽𝐽 girl. I like her spat with Liz and the I know you really hate me. I was like, God damn, girl. I like that quite a bit. I think that she did get the juices flowing up there of like, God, do I hate her? I'm the saint though. La, 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 la. You know, it's like, do I hate her? I don't know. So I like that quite a bit too. So overall, I think this was an entertaining episode. But definitely wanted to point out some of its shortcomings because it's definitely not perfect. It's definitely a mediocre show that has really high moments. Also has really boring moments too, but this episode is pretty good. So anyways, I'll leave you guys in those thoughts there. Also, I want to show off you can't see it in the camera, but I want to show off I'm going to see if I get really dark over there. I want to show off my 𝐒𝐧𝐬𝐸𝐿. You guys can see it back there. 𝐒𝐧𝐬𝐸𝐿 with headphones. I just picked that up. I thought that was really, really cool. So anyways, want to show that off really, really fast. But yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next week, and we'll see you guys for episode number 9. All right, my friends. Peace.